Okay, so for the intro here, we're gonna take the 7th fret of the D and the B string, and we're gonna slide them right up to the 9. Now you could do this with finger picking, or you could kind of hybrid pick, whatever way is comfortable to you to kind of avoid that 3rd string. So we're gonna take the 7s, and we're gonna slide them right to the 9s, and then we're gonna play those 2 9s again on the D and the B. So just like that. Now we're gonna work our way down. So we're gonna go down to the 7 and the 7 again. Now to the 5 and the 6. All right. Now once we do that, we're gonna go right back to the 7. And as soon as you hit this 7, we're gonna slide down to the 2. Okay, and we're gonna play the same 2 strings, so the D and the B. So slowly we have this. Now, it sounds very open to me. I think what he's doing here is going from this 2 of the D and the B, and he's just gonna jump over 1 string with this finger and play the 2nd fret of the G, and then play the open E string right there. So that way you get... So if we put all that together, we've got the first line. That sounds like this. Now, the second line, we're gonna really repeat the majority of what we just did. So 90% of it is the exact same. The only thing that's really gonna change is the last thing we play. So we're gonna play the same thing. We're gonna go back to the 7s, right? To the 9, back to the 7, to the 5 and the 6, right? Back to the 7s, back to the 2s. So all of that's the exact same. But instead of jumping over strings like we just did, we're gonna stay on the same 2 strings, and this time we're gonna slide to the 5 and the 6 again. So. And you can hear there's a little slide in there, but. All right, so let's combine the first 2 lines of this and hear it together. Now the 3rd time what we're gonna do is we're gonna play the same thing, but once we get to the 7 and the 7, we're gonna stop. So it will sound like this. Now that's the same thing we've had, but we would slide from there down to the 2s. So this time we're just gonna stay right on the 7s. Okay? Now we stay right there, and so the 4th line we have, we're gonna take those 2 7s, and we're gonna slide them up to the 9s. Now this is really, really important to use your middle and your ring finger for these 2 notes in the D and the B, so that this next part, you have that first finger free. So we're gonna slide to the 9 and play the 7th fret of your high E string. So. Then we go right back to the 7s, and then to the 5 and the 6, and play that twice. So slowly it should sound like this. So let's play the whole intro slowly. Okay, so let's talk about the verse. So the verse, we basically have really 3 chords going on here. We're going to be in the key of E. So we're going to start with an E major chord. And then from the E, we're going to go to an A. back to the E, and then we're going to go to a B7. Okay, for the second part of the verse, you're really going to do almost the exact same thing, just the very end's going to change. So we're going to have the E, then we're going to go to the A, back to the E, now B7, back to E. So it's almost the exact same. We're just going to kind of hit that B7 a little early and jump right back to the E chord. Okay, for the chorus, we're going to jump to the A chord here. And then we'll go to the E chord. And now we have that B7 chord. And back to your E. We're going to kind of repeat the same idea. It's kind of like the verse. The second part of the chorus is almost the same, but the ending will change. So we're going to go right back to the A chord. And then right back to the E chord. Instead of the B7 here, we're going to go to an F sharp minor chord. And then the B7. And then you're back to your E. So the whole chorus should sound like this. Now, the intro is also used as an interlude between the verses in the song, and the chords for the intro are really the same chords that are used throughout the verse and part of the chorus. So really the intro starts on an A chord. You have the little, and as soon as that note hits, that's when the A chord comes in. Then it goes to an E, then the B7, and then the E. So those are the chords for the intro as well. So that way you have the verse, the chorus, and the all the intro.